Unified physics has been called the greatest unsolved problem in all of science. Finding a single equation that explains anything, a unified theory and equation of everything. Albert Einstein, who is consistently called the greatest scientist in history, dedicated much of his life to finding the unified equation of everything without success. Stephen Hawking's biographical film was even named The Theory of Everything because of Hawking's quest to discover it. The unified theory of everything is a problem so difficult that many in the established sciences have written it off as being impossible. While a theory can never be proven 100%, after all, that's what makes science science, the established goalposts for unified physics has been to unify gravity with electromagnetism and the nuclear forces into a single unified equation. In 2018, after 20 years of work, the Optimum Institute solved the unified theory and equation of everything. The equation of everything is U equals E over S. The universe, in entirety, is energy over space. Call it the Optimum Theory equation, and it's computable using the Optimum Theory automaton. An automaton is a kind of computer program that calculates simultaneously like our universe does, rather than sequentially. The Optimum Theory automaton simulates the Planck scale, a scale so small that the speed of light, distance, time, and gravity all equal 1, the most fundamental unit. Therefore, when applied to the most famous equation in all of science, E equals mc squared, we get E equals m. Plugging this into the Optimum Theory equation gives us U equals E over S equals U equals m over S. In other words, like Einstein said, energy equals mass. When energy bubbles up from the quantum foam in the Optimum Theory automaton, it becomes a mass particle. And by inverting the Optimum Theory equation, U equals m over S, where S equals 1 and m equals fluctuating mass densities such as, say, 100, we get Einstein's famous warped spacetime. Remarkably, the Optimum Theory equation proves a flat Newtonian energy space and a warped relativistic spacetime simultaneously. They are simply two sides of the same coin, simply normalizing for different aspects of reality. Using this relativistic inversion of the optimum equation, we can clearly see that as mass gets bigger, space shrinks, and as mass gets smaller, then space expands. Therefore, space expands, because space is devoid of mass. It comes naturally and logically from the Optimum Theory equation. Einstein's equation does not tell us why energy equals mass, but James Maxwell, the Scottish scientist who unraveled the mysteries of magnetism and electricity, well, his equation does, and of course, the Maxwell equations derive from the Optimum Theory equation as well. The first Maxwell equation, called Gauss' law, says that the energy measured at the surface of a volume equals the energy contained within that volume. This is specifically why particles exist, because during each time step, the energy at the surface of a particle diffuses and is replaced by the energy in its volume, and on and on. This principle allows energy to be lasting and discrete at any point in space. It allows energy to be particle. It allows energy to be mass. And the Optimum Theory equation and automaton proves this. Maxwell's second law is called Gauss' law of magnetic fields. It says that the diffusion at any point of a magnetic field equals 0. This can be seen in the vector layer of the optimum automaton as vectors loop in on themselves to create the classic electromagnetic lines of force. Maxwell's third and fourth equations state that a magnetic field is generated by an electric field. An electric field is generated by a magnetic field. This is also seen in the Optimum Theory automaton. The electromagnetic wave equations also derive from the Maxwell equations and are derived from the Optimum Theory equation and automaton as well, up to and including simulations of the double-slit experiment. Now, according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, we cannot know both the position and momentum of a particle simultaneously with 100% precision. This is verified by the Optimum Theory equation and automaton, and is why electrons and photons are observed to jump around the automaton instead of moving in smooth motions. Again, these jumping electrons and photons are not added into the automaton. They are real. They are being computed directly from the equation, U equals E over S, as is everything else you are seeing here. This is all being computed directly from the equation. Now, gravity is one of the easier equations to derive from the optimum theory equation. Remember that to derive Einstein's gravity equations, we invert the optimum theory equation. To derive Newtonian gravity, we leave the optimum theory equation in standard form. Now remember that at the Planck scale seen in the optimum theory automaton, gravity equals a fundamental unit, 1. So we enter that into Newton's gravity equation for G. And of course, in the optimum theory equation and automaton, m for mass is equal to energy. So what this equation is simply saying is that the force of gravity is the square of the distance between two masses. And naturally, this is exactly what we see in the Optimum Automaton. To learn more about unified physics and the Optimum Institute's other advances, such as solving abiogenesis and the hard problem of consciousness, visit the Optimum Institute online at www.optimuminstitute.org or www.optimum.center.